Hey there everybody, this is NDM here, welcome you back to another episode of Let's Play Turok 2 Seas of Evil. Okay, so in the last episode we finished up section 3, and in this episode we are going to be doing the final section, which is section 4. And then we'll have to make our way back to section 2 to do some stuff there, and then once that's all done and dusted we can pick up the Primagen key, and then finish level 6. Alright, okay, so now we're getting into the more futuristic part of the level. Yeah, the design of the ship looks a lot different in this section. And this is where you'll be finding your oblivion portal, your sacred eagle feather, your talisman, and the assembly plant that you need to destroy in order to complete the mission objective. And obviously ion capacitors as well, because you need to collect those to purify the recalibrator in this section as well. So there isn't really much left to do, and this section isn't really that long. I would say that this section isn't much more longer than what section 1 and 2 was, really. I mean, it probably is the longest section, but it's not really... But it definitely is the best section of the level in my opinion. It just looks a lot cooler, and damn it, the grenade launcher. I'm used to the grenades in freaking Rage Walls. The grenade launcher in Rage Walls kind of curves as you shoot it. Whereas in this game it kind of goes in like a straight line. It goes in a straight trajectory, whereas Rage Wars it doesn't. I've been trying to do the Fireborn trial in Rage Wars, and that freaking trial is hard as hell. Yeah, the Fireborn trial, because with that game you have to do all the trials, and each trial gets progressively harder with each character that you unlock. So like if you unlock a character like later on in the game, you can guarantee that their trials are going to be a lot harder than previous characters that you've already unlocked. I'm being blasted by turrets. Like I'm trying to focus on one thing, and then there's another thing just trying to kill me, and they're running around in circles. What the hell? It's like a game of follow the leader. Okay, now they're shooting me. Tranquilizer doesn't work, dude. That's not gonna work on these. Charged out rifle, however, will, if you equip it. That's not gonna work, is it? No, just as I suspected. You're right, you're just gonna get shredded. And they have an ion capacitor waiting right there for us, like out in the open. Pretty much giving us those things like candy. The ultimate weapon in this game is oddly enough not used, or it's not really a good weapon to use in like combat, apart from when you fight the final boss. Like if you were going like to like the Port of Adia, for example, you wouldn't use the nuke weapon on entrails or anything like that, because there's just no point. Because it doesn't really do anything. I mean, I can maybe demonstrate it on entrails when we go to the Port of Adia. I can like show you what it does, just out of interest. If you guys are interested in seeing that, then I can show you what it looks like. But it's not really... it is a powerful weapon, don't get me wrong. It's a very powerful weapon. It's very good and all, but it's just not good to use on anything apart from the final boss. because the final boss sends like these minions after you, and the easiest way to get rid of the minions is by using that weapon, and you'll see why when we get there. Is there anything behind me? Could have sworn there was. Yep. You can't hide from me, dude. I have environmental awareness. I can detect any signs of movement or anything without even having to look it directly at you. It's like a sixth sense. No, I'm joking. The only reason I knew that he was behind me was because I heard him in the background clanking around. And there's a second ion capacitor. That means there's 2 more left for us to collect. And speaking of oblivion portals and portals in general, the portal switch, I believe, is actually in this room somewhere. I think it's around here. Yeah, there it is. I think that opens up the portal to the where the talisman is, so you need the sacred eagle feather, but make sure you destroy the assembly plant, because if you don't do that then you can't complete the mission, obviously. So that is required. Is this, yeah, that's the feather portal, the talisman portal, but we don't have the feather yet, so we need to try and find that. I think I actually know where it is, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's in this general area. It's around here somewhere. Okay, what's attacking me? Seriously. Alright, okay. Right, if you're gonna get in all up in my grill like that, you arsehole. I'm cornered as well. And he's gone invisible. How are you not dead? Seriously, how are you not dead? This is really bad. Like, how many times have I drilled your head as well, or tried to? Well, there you go, now you're dead. Let's take that, bitch. Right, so in this room here is where you find the eagle feather, if I'm correct about that. I think it is. You have to like destroy something in here. I think you have to destroy that structure where that ion capacitor is, and that will reveal the sacred eagle feather. Or is it behind here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. There we go. And make sure you do that too, because if you don't do that, then yeah. I think that's the only. Those are the only 2 assembly plants. I'm not sure if there's any more though. There might be. But anywho, we got to make a trek back to that portal so that we can get the talisman. But before we do so, we're going to pick these up, the blue laser cells. Now you need these because there's going to be like a force field that you'll need to break down, and the only way you're going to break those force fields down is if you use the blue laser cells. And I think you have to replace them with red laser cells or something. I don't know, it's kind of confusing actually. But you pick up red laser cells, you have to replace them with blue laser cells, and so forth and so forth. It all makes sense when we actually do it, if you know what I mean. It's kind of hard to explain. Anywho, we're going to get our Talisman upgrade here. The final one as well. So there you go, that's the last Sacred Eagle Feather. Which basically means once we get all the, once we get the nuke weapon part and get all the Primagen keys, we would have 100%ed the game. I think you have to beat the game to, like, you have to 100% the game anyway in order to beat it, because I don't see how, like, how it's possible to beat the game without the required upgrades from the talismans and things. And, like, in order to get the talisman, you need the Sacred Eagle Feather, and obviously the Sacred Eagle Feathers tally up to 100% total. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe you can beat the game without getting everything in it, but I've never tried and I don't think I ever will, because it's always good just to clear everything up, get all the shit that you can get. Well, I guess weapon collectibles also count as 100% total, and you don't really need to get all the weapons in the game either. You can make it to the Primagen Lightship, and you can make it to this level and not have the plasma rifle. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but because the plasma rifle is your most reliant weapon besides the shredder. I mean, you don't really rely on the grenade launcher all the time, do you? You don't rely on the pistol all the time. Well, you do at the start of the game, for a large portion of the start actually, but like as you progress on in the game, you're not going to use your pistol that much anymore, because you're going to get weapons that are way better in like comparison. So there you go, red laser cell, and there's the red laser cell. So that replaces that, and we've activated the warp portal, which will take us to the final nuke weapon part. So we're getting to like end game stuff here, pretty much. And I don't think I should have picked up that full health. That might have been kind of stupid. And we replace that with red lasers, I think. Yeah, there we go, we've done it. So we've destroyed all the assembly plants now, so that's pretty much mission objective completed. We've done everything, mission objective wise, apart from putting the ion capacitors into the last recalibrator. But yeah, so let's make our way back here to the portal, the final Oblivion portal of the game that encompasses our last nuke weapon part. So there is going to be a cutscene upon entering this one, so I'm going to end off the episode here and continue on in the next episode. So in the next episode of Let's Play Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, we shall do the last and final Oblivion portal. So until then, this is NDM saying thanks for watching, take a see you in my next video, and goodbye.